What's up, boys and girls? Empire Steve back with you again. Today is Friday, and it is the August the 27th. And also today is the final day of the trading week. As you can see, my platform looks a little bit different, and I wanted to give you all an update on me. So for the past couple of weeks in the background, between trading options and my normal, all the other normal stuff in my life, I've been studying and learning futures trading, which, as you guys know, or guys and girls know, I talk about futures a lot in most of my videos, and how typically what you'd hear me say is, today, the futures were nice and green, or today the futures were nice and red, and yada, yada, yada. So basically, in a nutshell, what I've decided since learning and studying futures is that for the next couple of weeks at least, maybe a little bit longer, I'm going to be mainly just trading futures. So basically, I've been studying and learning just mainly the E-mini, the S&P mini, and then the NASDAQ mini, the US 30, which is the Dow futures. So those are the three that I'm going to be basically trading. I have my own personal trading account, and also I've signed up for TopStep. If you guys and girls don't know what TopStep is, just Google or go to, I think it's just TopStep.com or what have you. And basically what TopStep is it's a two-step program where you trade. There's step one would be, like, I signed up for step one, which is a $50,000 account, futures account, not Forex. I'll do Forex next. I'm trying to be more versatile, actually completely versatile in the overall market. So I'll go over that in a second. So basically, step one is I have to complete a set of, I have to follow their pretty strict rules, and I have to basically make or profit $3,000 on this $50,000 account. I have to trade for 5 days. That means I have to trade a minimum of 5 days. That means I have to have at least 5 trading days under my belt in step one, and not break any of the rules. And you can see that from their website. So I'm going to be pretty strict on my own. There's other rules and things that you can and can't do, but I'm going to basically stick to it, just how I do with trading options or stocks. So I'm going to just stick to that rule. I had my, and then step two basically is that same scenario of step one, except then you have to trade for 10 days. So you still have to make the $3,000 profit. You have to trade for a minimum of 10 days. And then if you complete step one and step two, then they will give you a funded account. And then basically I'll give you a funded account, a $50,000 account, and then the first $5,000 that I were to make, or if you all did that program, is mine, and then it's split 80-20. So the good thing about TopStep that I saw was that I don't have to use my own funds. I just pay $165 a month until I get a funded account, and then once I have a funded account, so once you complete step one and step two, you don't have to pay that $165 a month anymore. But essentially, so I'm just going to do that, and also trade on my own personal account, which is a smaller account. I only put $1,500 in that account to basically trade the S&P mini, which is ESU1 right here. In order to trade one contract on most platforms or most brokers, you would need a minimum of 5. Like for Trade of 8, you need a minimum of 550 in your account in order to trade one contract of the the ES. To trade the Nasdaq, you need a lot more. So on my personal account, I'm just going to trade the ES, and as you can see, ES has quite a bit of volume. This is the ES dome here. It's basically time and sales, or the level 2, whatever you want to call it. And then here's Nasdaq. Get ready for the big difference. Much less. So I'm going to focus on my personal account. I'm going to focus on ES. I'm going to trade both Nasdaq, Dow, and ES on my TopStep account. So basically that's it. So you're not going to see any more stock or option trading videos from me for the next few months. I'm going to focus strictly on trading Forex, not Forex, sorry, futures. And the main reason why I'm making the switch is because the futures are the driver of the overall stock market. So it would behoove me to learn futures and be successful at futures. I'm successful at trading stocks. I've been successful at trading options and crypto. I've had a lot of success with crypto. So I just feel like it would be ideal for me to be versatile at all of these different trading styles and all that good fun stuff. So basically that is an update on me in a nutshell. So I will post or make videos about my about how my TopStep account is going, and also my personal account. I don't think I can start trading on that until Monday. It took like 5 days for my funds to settle, so I'm just gonna wait for that. And I've been doing demos, but futures are just like trading options, so that's the good thing about it. The most volume intensive time of the day is 9:30 to 11, or 11:30, just like trading options or stocks for that matter. So that's what I'm going to be doing for quite some time now. So, and I'm really looking forward to it. I had my own personal demo account, and I think in like 2 days I made around $1,200 or $1,300 on that. And now on this, I'm on step 1 of TopStep, and today would be like my first real day, and I've made $370 today. And I can show you that real fast. I believe not that it is over here, and there's a performance center. I think you can see this. Yeah, it's loading it. I'll make this bigger for you. So my total profit is $512.50. That must have been I don't know when this is. 827. Oh, you know what? I think this is. I don't even understand all this yet, to be honest with you. I'm going to basically concern this area. I had 7 trades. I basically did 2. A couple of them I just had 1 contract, and then last few I had 2. Percent profitable trades is 71.43%. My average time per trade is 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and then longest trade time was 7 minutes 24 seconds. And that was my biggest winner of the day. And I can show you that real fast what I did. And my total P&L is $370.40. The fees are $29.60. So my P&L is $400. My gross P&L, but then the actual P&L is $370. So that's what I'm gonna. So basically, I would need to do that 10 more times over the next week or so, and then I'll be finished with step 1. That's if I don't lose any money on a certain day. I'm gonna try and limit myself to 10 trades per day. I'm done for the day today because I don't want to give back any of my gains. So I'm just gonna call it a day, right? So just like I would when I'm trading options or stocks, mostly options I've traded. I'm going to call it, I'm calling it a day. I'm going to go out on a win, and toodles, see you later, have fun. So that is that, and I'll show you this trade real fast and what like my bigger trade was. So here, let me zoom in for you. So I got into, so here is the ES. So this is the S&P mini futures, and we went to all-time highs right here. Powell was talking, and Powell was basically saying that good things to come. The employment rate, they're looking to get in a 100% employment rate or some big crazy number very soon, and all that good fun stuff. So there was fear in the market from Afghanistan and all that stuff going on, and then we had the Fed meeting, and then he basically ixnayed the fear and said, "Hey guys, let's have fun. Market's gonna go," and then bam, immediately NASDAQ all-time highs, S&P all-time highs, and so that's that. I did not trade that breakout. In TopStep, you're actually not supposed to trade you're not supposed to trade when there's like Fed meetings and the CPI data and all that stuff, because it's very volatile, and you don't want to be a part of that volatility. Yes, you can make big wins, but those big wins, technically, as far as these big firms and investments, they don't or even this basically TopStep is like it's gonna help me personally be a better trader because of the rules and all that stuff. So I did not trade during that volatility time. As you can see, that's right here, and it's over here on the NASDAQ. However, I did trade to the downside once all this fun stuff was happening, and I bought here. You can see I bought here and sold there. It was just quick in and out. And then I thought to myself, well, let's see if we can hold any of these breakouts. So as a support, you can see we found support here. I traded that once. I think I got knocked out of that one for a small, tiny loss. I had a tight stop because I knew it could be a make or break kind of thing. You can see all of these are ones I traded. I can't really explain all of them. I even lost here. I bought here and had my stop down here, and it sold right here. But this was my solid good trade. You can see we bounced off of the 20 moving average right here, right in this area. On the 1 minute, I think it's more consistent. So let's go to the 1 minute. So where did it go? Oh, I was in this it's down here, duh. So I had a support line here as a possible support, and we held. I got in here for a small loss. I think it actually tells you. That was a $25 loss. So I got out of that one super fast, just in case. I should have held it, because I would have actually. I got in there at the same price. So this tells I bought two at $44.94 there. I bought one at $44.94 here, and it dropped on me, and I had my stop too tight. But I bought two at $44.94 here, and I held those. I moved my stop down, and I was using this dome here. I moved my stop down to, this is $44.94 when I got in. I think I gave it till $44.92 or 2.5, I believe, and it was holding it really well. And I basically kept moving my stop as the price was going up. So you can see it was held, but it didn't go to where my stop was at all, thankfully. So I diamond hands did as long as I possibly could. I was in this trade 7.5 minutes, I think, or something like that. And basically what I was doing was I was moving my stop up as the price was going up, and I kept moving my stop up by giving it room, which is very similar to what I would do trading options. And in this case, it worked out really, really well. I could have taken it a little bit higher and made more money, but I was already up huge in that position. I think I made like $300 in that position alone, maybe 350. Actually, it tells you right here. Let me go back to it. I made 325. So as you can see, I sold it here, but I could have made so much more. Like this was 325 and I had two. This would have been like an additional $300 I think it's like $50 per contract per tick. I think the ticks are from here to here is the tick. I think, don't quote me on that. I have to go do a little bit more research so I can actually know that for myself. But anyway, so very, very, very similar trading style on here as I did trading options. So I think I could actually, don't quote me on this, but I think I could actually be a profitable futures trader. As you can see, I'm already up on the day. That's 370 actual realized P&L, not gross. Gross I think is 400 again. But so if I can keep doing this and not giving away huge profit, but I've already created a bracket order, as you can see, and I'll actually open this up so you can see it. So I have a take profit at 6 and I have a stop loss at 3. I have another one, it's on the other side, which is a 5 and a 2. But I noticed that having your stop loss at 1 or having your stop loss at 2 is too tight. That is too tight, and actually 3 is too tight because it is so volatile that you can just get punished. So basically what I do is I'm going to just keep mine at 6 and 3. And because if you're making the right decisions anyway, you should be like, I'm planning to just make these good solid decisions, looking for that perfect setup, and rolling that way. But I'm going to be using mostly the dome, not mostly, but entirely the dome, because this is where you can see where all the buyers and all the sellers are at. So you may want, like for instance, you may want to look to short it here at 45.02.75. There's a lot of sellers there. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but I'm just going to assume that it's pretty darn accurate, because that would be another all-time high if it gets to that point. Yeah, that would be another all-time high. As you can see, and then we've double topped here. So if you were looking to short at this double top, that would have been a perfect place to actually try and short. And if you got in as soon as it double topped again, but I don't know if I maybe would have started to short around this area, how it tests that area or zone again, and then take it short that way. So however, I think that's it for me for the day. But I do want to say that trading futures is risky as risky can be, because when you're trading futures and you don't have a big account, even if you have a big account and you're taking a big risk, you actually can lose all of your money if you don't have a plan. Just like just like trading options or stocks, always have a plan, always have a stop loss. Or this, I would say, futures trading, you can't have a mental stop. You actually have to have a physical stop in place, because it is volatile. And like you can see, like if you shorted here and you didn't take profit here, oh my gosh, like that's a huge loss. Like that's 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks. Like that's a giant loss. If you only had one contract and that's all the money you had, you will be putting more money in your account. So I just wanted to say that, and it's super duper risky. I'm not going to be taking those big risks on my account. I'm going to always have a stop. I'm always going to use brackets, and for my take profit and my stop, I don't care, because you do not want to risk it. So that's my 2 cents on this. If you guys and girls were looking to venture this way, but if you do want to test out futures trading, all you got to do is open up a Trade-Evade account, and it's easy to open up a demo account. You can trade on your demo account as much as you want. And so yeah, that's it for me for today. I'll definitely make another video a couple times next week, so you can see where I'm at with my top step, and we'll go from there. I hope you all have a good weekend, and we will see you next week. As always, any questions or comments or anything, leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and put the bell on so you can see when I've made a new video or posted a new video. And I hope you guys and girls have a good weekend. Take care. See you soon.